Well, good morning. It is July, Thursday, the 23rd. I'm glad to be back with you.
It's good to have you back.
You did a fantastic job last week by yourself. Held the fort down, kept it going, and moved us ahead.
I got to speak.
Yeah. There you go. You got to speak. All right. We are moving through July. It's hard to believe that July is, next week will be Thursday, and it'll be the last last Thursday of July next week, and we'll be into August. We still continue to monitor all the economic data. Federated, who we follow a lot, sent out a report, a white paper this week that showed underneath all the noise that is going on, there is still strong economic data showing strong rebound since the drop in March.
Across the board, manufacturing, industrial, of course, jobs being created. Unfortunately, the jobless numbers went up more than expected today. That announcement's every Thursday at 8:30. But for the most part, the strength of this economy is still there. And the surprising part of it is that the terrible negative earnings expectations for the second quarter are coming in way out of whack on the positive side.
On the positive side.
So instead of being down 40% year over year, the 15% of the S&P that have reported are up 16% year from what was expected.
Right.
So that's a huge standard deviation change. So we're very happy to see that.
And with the ones that have reported, the majority are showing positive versus on a negative side.
That's correct.
So that's good. All right, two things that we want to go over. One, it is the push and pull on the COVID. Bad news on COVID. We're seeing the market being driven down. We're watching the unemployment number. We're watching also a savings rate increasing within consumers. That's good, but we understand the economy is driven by consumers spending money. So we're watching that. Here's a question that we are beginning to hear more from you and other people that are listening to our show and giving us a question. What about the election? What effect does the election have on our portfolio? What should we be doing within our portfolio? Want to let you know. We already are taking steps to build what would be a Biden portfolio.
Yes, I started on this a couple of months ago and finished it last week. Of course, it'll ever evolve as we're 90 plus days away from the election. That's a whole lot of news cycles. So it'll evolve. But from a structural standpoint, we're looking at having investments that are green, socially conscious would be a percentage of that. We're looking at infrastructure that would be materials for roads and bridges repair, those types of investments. We're looking at healthcare companies that would be involved with the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare. There are companies that did very well when that was passed. So we would probably do a reprise with that. We would just use companies. In fact, it's in a lot of people's portfolios right now. The legalization of marijuana would also be sped up. So I think we would look at some investments for those of you who are comfortable with having those types of investments. We would look at that as a small percentage. And then we would probably exit some areas where we're heavily in right now, defense contractors. We would exit some of the healthcare. We would exit some technology, but some we would keep. So it's an ebb and flow of what we're looking at.
When I saw the list, it occurred to me, you don't get out of the market. We are not going to be recommending getting out of the market with the change of a presidential a person in the presidency. And so one of the things we want to say to you right now, just because this is the year of the election, we don't believe we should be getting out of the stock market at this point in time. We do recognize that as we move closer to it, we will make adjustments and changes based on how we think the market is adapting and adjusting, and we'll stay on top of it and be proactive for you in that.
But we do have a plan, so
Yeah.
that's important. And you and I have always run on contingencies. And if Plan A doesn't work, we'll try Plan B. And if Plan B doesn't work, we'll have a Plan C. So that's been one of the hallmarks of HMC Partners, and we'll continue to do that.
All right. Call us if you have any questions. We are meeting with our clients. So for those that want to, we have the virtual ability to do go-to and Zoom meetings, and we certainly are talking on the phone every day with anybody and all our clients who need to have a conversation. So call us if you need us. Call us just to have a conversation. Take care of yourself. Be safe. Finish out the summer fun. Always remember, it is your money.
And your money matters.
See you next week.